we're live, Antonio.
Hold on, I don't know, I'm not sure.
Hi, everybody. It's Alba
hello,
Weinman
yes.
and Antonio Sangio. We are live from Miami.
Yes, and I'm trying to look for the feed here. I don't see it.
Okay.
Let's wait for people to connect. Hello,
So
hello.
if anybody's there, please say hi.
0 people connected.
You see people connected? Okay. All right, we're just waiting to see if anybody connects. There we go. Hey, everybody. So Antonio and I are in Miami right now. We're going to be here for another couple of days. And the reason we're here, go ahead and tell them why we're here, Antonio.
Yeah, hello, everybody. So the reason we're here is because we're visiting our teacher, Aurelio Mejia.
Yeah.
He's teaching a class, so we decided to give him a visit. It's always a good idea to go back to the source, to be thankful to our teachers, to recognize what they have done for us. So that's what we're here for. Mm-hmm. And obviously we take an excuse to reconnect and do these type of things together.
Yes. Yes. So when Aurelio Mejia comes to Miami, he does a class, and this time we decided that we would come and we would sit in on his class. And it's always a pleasure to see him again. He is the original Introspective Hypnosis guy. This is where Antonio got his material to teach the class, and we wanted to play tribute to him, or
pray too.
Yeah, pray too. We wanted to just thank him personally and be part of his class, and it's always great to hear him again. So. Let's see, we're looking for the chat.
I am checking the chat.
So if you guys have any questions, please write them down.
And
we're going to be checking
Lori
here.
is connected. Hello, Lori.
Hello, Lori. Lori, come on in here a second.
And Carlos.
Now, if you've been attending my gatherings, you would have seen Lori. Hold on, here she goes. That's Lori, that's my niece. And Lori is the one that does all of the registration and admin at my gatherings, either on Zoom or in person in Micanopy. So Lori just happens to be here. We are in Miami at my sister's house, which is Lori's mother's house. So this is where we're doing the live, because it's
yeah, we have to adjust to everything.
We have to adjust where we go. So, Antonio, we were going to talk about what we're doing for the next 3 workshops together.
Right. We have events together. We also have individual events.
Yes.
So for the stuff that we're going to do together, I'm also checking the chat just in case.
Yes.
For the stuff that we're doing together, we have an introspective hypnosis course. And this is in Marriottsville, Maryland.
Yeah, in Marriottsville, Maryland.
And that's at the end of...
That's it starts
It's May 20.
May 29th.
29.
It starts on Memorial Day, which is it Monday? It starts Monday, right? Or Sunday?
Let me check the calendar.
Okay.
I always forget.
Go to my events page or Antonio's, and
it's a Monday.
It's a Monday. It starts Memorial Day, and this is a retreat, which means you're going to be there. It's we're close to Baltimore. You're going to have breakfast with us, lunch with us, dinner with us, and you have accommodations there. So you're not only going to be going to the class, but you're going to also do stuff in the evenings with us. So it's a great opportunity. If you want to learn to do this, this is great.
It is a course/retreat. So the course goes from 9:30 to, let's say, 5 p.m. Then we rest for a little bit. We have dinner together. We do everything together: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have dinner, and after dinner we get together again, and we can. You guys, if you want to learn hypnosis, you want to watch demos. So we can do demos. Alba normally does
the meditations,
group regression.
I do an encounter with your deceased loved ones. I do the tuning forks, chakra balancing.
Have you considered about bringing the stuff that you said?
Well, I'm not going to say that yet, but we have other things we're going to do. So if you have any questions, Lori, let us know if anybody has any questions there.
Yeah.
So that is going to be in May. And I also have at the beginning of May my last gathering before the summer comes. So if you're thinking of going to a gathering with me, it's May 6th, I believe, in Micanopy. And so that's a 1-day event. And then after that, after we go to Marriottsville, we go back to Marriottsville
in September.
In
September. And this is gonna be, let me see, September
20th, I think. No?
22nd to the 25th.
That's
4
right.
days as an encounter with your soul. That is not a class, that is a workshop. And what we're going to do is actually we're going to do some activities to work on yourself based on we call it soul entrapment, but these are the things that are causing issues right now. So you're able to detect what patterns in your life, what is blocking you, what is not allowing you to move forward. If you're trapped in some events that happen in the past and emotions you have not processed, so we're gonna help you heal, and we're gonna heal each other because we all heal each other. During the class, we're gonna do some group activities. It's gonna be very nice. And this is for you to get something out of this, not as a practitioner, but as an individual. This is for you, but of course you're going to learn how to help others doing the same thing.
And you'll be doing this in groups. Now, if you want to bring friends with you, you can, but you're not going to be working together, okay? We'll split you up so that you can learn how to work with each other. But if you didn't want to come alone to something like this, bring somebody. Do we have any comments?
No.
Okay.
Just saying hello. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.
Oh, what Elizabeth Victor is it available by Zoom?
No. This is a retreat. We're going to be together from breakfast to evening time. So no, this is not going to be online. This is for you to experience. So it's really important for you to connect with people, to actually feel people near you, to talk with people, to make eye contact. It's not on Zoom.
You're going to be able to work on your soul, detect on patterns that you have in your life, understand what are the lessons that you as a soul came to face, you know, and help you overcome those obstacles that are not allowing you to learn those lessons. So this event is for you.
Yes.
And of course, there will be sessions, there will be demonstrations as well, and we're spending the whole day together anyway. After that, we have
questions?
No, it's not in Miami. It's in Maryland.
This is in Marriottsville, Maryland, which is it's real close to Baltimore. So if you wanted to go there, you'd have to fly in to Baltimore, maybe even Uber it. So it's close to there.
How much would it cost to reference it through? Go to either Antonio Sangio's website or your website as well. So check their websites.
And let me.
Yeah, so you can go to my website, albaweinman.com, events. Go to the events, and then AntonioSangio.com.
I'm going to check right now for
under his courses. You have something there? Did you have a comment there?
No, I have Michael. This is Michael from your last gathering. Hi, Alba and Antonio.
Oh, hi, Michael.
Hey, hello, Michael.
Yes.
So,
and Melissa says, hello, dear ones. Glad to see you both. Hail on.
Good. So, hello. So, the investment is $1,250 for 4 days, but that includes accommodations and meals.
That's not bad.
All you have to do is basically, if you're not in the area, fly to Baltimore. Right? And you can get an Uber. It's not that expensive. An Uber to this place, to the conference center, and it's a beautiful place. We're gonna stay there together. You don't need to spend any more money once you are there.
That's it. So when you think about it, how much it costs per night for a hotel, and then per your meals, we have 3 meals a day, and then also
it's a buffet.
It's a buffet. Yeah. So we like to go back for seconds.
It's good. Yeah. So, and after that, we have in the Netherlands, we have a class from the October 15th to the 20th.
Yes.
That group is growing.
That group is getting really big, and that's going to be the European group.
Well, it's not that big right now, but we're still. This is what?
It's
March.
This is the end of March.
And we have quite a few people, though this is going to be interesting.
Yes.
I would recommend you to, if you're in that area, if you're in Europe, there are people going from the U.S. to the Netherlands to experience Samaya. It's a beautiful place, and it's the same thing. We're going to be together the whole time, and we're going to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner together.
Yes.
It's going to be a class, and after the class, we're going to have activities.
Yes.
It's very, very, very nice. I recommend you to go there. If you're thinking about registering don't wait. The problem is that a month before the event, people say, "Oh, I really want to come, and do you have spots?" And
They
they're
close.
not. We have an agreement with these places, and we need to pay for the rooms ahead and the meals ahead of time.
Yeah.
And they also have limited spaces, right?
Yeah, and last time when we had issues with people signing up at the end, is that they didn't have any more rooms.
Yeah.
So then you'd have to go to a hotel nearby.
Yeah, but
So you need to really think about it. If you really want to come, think about it now and
and
join.
don't wait.
Don't
Last
wait.
time we were allowing people to stay at other places because it was a class. By 5 in the afternoon, we were done.
And
right?
This is not the
But
case.
this is a retreat. We're gonna be working together the whole day.
Right.
So we don't want people to stay in other places because you're going to miss some of the activities.
Yeah. And one of the questions that people ask is, well, I live nearby, can I drive there? And this is a retreat, so you have to stay there.
It is part of the experience because
yeah.
you're gonna be working. I mean, either if it's just a workshop or the class, it applies for the U.S. or the Netherlands.
Yeah.
You're in this environment and this energy. You're working on all of your issues, even if it is an introspective hypnosis course. You still work on your issues. You still heal a lot of the stuff. We heal each other,
Yes.
help each other heal a lot of the stuff. And if you just go home at the end of the day, you're contaminating yourself. When
Yeah.
it's a reset. You're gonna come back the following day. You're starting from scratch. Not a good
Right.
idea.
Right.
You know.
And you bring stuff up. When we're teaching this class, what happens is that you start getting triggered with your own stuff.
And we tell them ahead of time. As we share the information, as we allow you to watch some of our videos that we use as demonstrations, you are going to be triggered. Allow people sitting next to you to do whatever they need to do. If they cry, if they feel sad, if they start shaking, don't touch them. Allow them to do whatever they need to do because it is part of the healing process.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a...
Yeah, couple things. One, Robert Vargas says a lot of high vibrational people in one place together. Amazing.
Always.
Yes.
And Melissa says, what dates? So please,
Okay, we're going to do the dates
again.
again.
We're gonna do the dates again.
Okay.
And this is what happens when you have a group of people coming together. Yeah, it's not only the energy, but there are always beings there to help us. Because the intention is to teach people to learn how to help others heal, but at the same time we heal ourselves. I'm still healing stuff. Well, there's always stuff to heal.
We're always
And
healing.
even though we facilitate sessions, this is a two-way street. You give, but you also receive, right?
We're receiving from you too. So,
Yeah.
so the first date that we want to talk about, I don't know, Melissa, what you wanted. I could tell you that my gathering in Micanopy, Florida is going to be on Saturday, May 6th. And you can go to my website for that. Now for the class.
Going back to May. We're going May. Here in the U.S. at Mariottsville, it's going to be May 29th to the 3rd, the 4th. Hold on.
To Sunday.
The 4th, which is Sunday. 6 days.
Yeah.
Actually, we're spending 7 days this time.
Yeah.
7 days.
So we're starting the class Monday and
Sunday.
to Sunday.
You know, it's a lot of days together.
So take advantage of this. I mean, a lot of people ask us, when are we going to do this in the U.S.? Antonio and I are only going to be doing one class in person a year in each country, in each part of the world, okay?
Yeah.
So only this one time. So don't say, oh, well, maybe the next one. We don't know what's going to happen yet, folks.
The way the world's
the
going,
world is really kooky. So if
yeah.
you could take advantage of this now, do it.
Yeah. So if you going back to the class here in the U.S. in May, don't wait. There are a few people already registered. We only have a few spots left.
Okay. So then we have the workshop. Laura, did you put in the dates for that, or did somebody else put the dates in?
Oh, Melissa put the dates for May 29th to June 4th.
Thank you, Melissa.
Yeah. Several other people said hello. One from Portland, Oregon.
Woo.
Hello.
Hello. A couple of people say hi. Shasha Anna, hi there. 2 amazing people. Thank you for all you do, share and our love.
Thank you so much.
Emojis, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't see the screen. It's too tiny.
Yeah.
Okay, the next class is it's not a class. It's the workshop.
The workshop
it's
again.
The transformational workshop.
September. We are right. It's in September, and we're at 50. a little bit over 50% capacity, right?
Yeah. So
And the way it works is that we make a contract with this place. And that's why we require the deposit, because either you come or you don't, we still need to pay for the rooms and the meals.
yes.
So we didn't go crazy with this workshop and order, or booked a lot of rooms.
Mm-hmm.
We book enough rooms to be a small group.
Yes.
So don't wait. Don't wait, because
it'll be
it's
booked.
filling up fast.
It'll be booked. So talk to your friends tonight. Say, hey, listen, we got to go there and get yourself booked.
And we're having hellos from Australia.
Ooh.
So, hi guys.
My Aussie
No.
friends out there, yes.
Yes. So keep
No
talking
Kiwis?
about dates.
No Kiwis that I would know of. No.
So
Okay.
October from 15th to the 20th, and this is Somaya
In the Netherlands.
you know.
So the 14th is my birthday. I'll be 67.
Jeez.
And then the next day we start class. And whoever goes there is going to meet my German son, Arnie. He was my exchange student in 2004, and he is actually attending the class
Okay.
also. He wants to learn hypnosis.
Oh, we got one from Dublin, Ireland.
Somewhere?
Dublin, Ireland.
Dublin. Who's that?
Elizabeth Costello
Hi, Elizabeth, all the way
Oh.
from Ireland.
Yeah.
Good. So
Good.
and Fort Myers, Florida.
Okay.
Yes.
Did Melissa put the date
Melissa put the date from
Thank you,
Netherlands,
Melissa.
October 10th, October 15th.
We got
and
quite a
20th.
team going on
Yeah.
today.
Thank you.
yeah. So Alba, why are these? I'm not saying that the course that we teach is better than any other course. You know, there's excellent trainers everywhere. There are excellent techniques everywhere. It's okay. What would you say this course, or the way we facilitate this course, is different?
Okay. Well, one of the things that people ask all the time is, do I need any experience? Because I don't know anything about hypnosis. I just watch the videos. I don't know anything. So am I going to need to have any requirements? Do I need to know anything? No, you don't. Antonio's going to teach you from the basics. I mean, from the very beginning. There's many different techniques that are taught,
Yeah.
which other people really don't teach some of this stuff. They really don't. They may teach it in a certain way, but we give you everything you need, the foundation, and then we tell you why. And then what's great about attending a course with both of us is that you don't just hear it from your teacher.
You have
You know,
two
you
perspectives.
have two perspectives. Antonio and I, look, we're total opposites, you know? Male, female, big, small, you know, we're like opposites in every way. And in class, sometimes we duke it out because we have difference of opinions.
Yeah.
And it becomes very entertaining, but you could actually understand that there's not one way to do things.
Right.
So Antonio's teaching you the basics. He's teaching you how to use the techniques. Everybody is going to have their own flavor about it eventually, but he's going to teach you how to do these techniques, and you're not going to learn how to do the sessions my way. You're going to learn you're going to get the tools to actually have a session. Okay? It's not about my way or Antonio's way. We're teaching you the actual techniques.
Yeah.
Now, how we use the techniques, it's almost like teaching someone to cook. You can teach them a recipe, and they're going to use that recipe, but eventually it's like, oh, your stuff tastes different than somebody else's.
It's like teaching somebody to use a knife, you know. And somebody can use a knife to be a cook. Someone is going to be a surgeon. Somebody else is going to do something different with a knife. So you decide what to do. But when I created the class, not the technique, because the technique belongs again, and I'm going to talk about this. I'm following Aurelio Mejia as my teacher, the structure of his technique. I'm not inventing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not claiming ownership of anything.
Mm-hmm.
And Aurelio, when you talk to him, he's going to say that he didn't create anything, that he got technique from everybody else, and he gives credit to his teacher. I give credit to my teacher. What I'm giving is my own energy. I own that. My own style. I own that. And my own intuition to facilitate a session. That's personal, right?
Yeah.
But techniques come from my two teachers, Aurelio Mejia and Dr. Kabuli. I always
Yes.
always give them credit for what they have done. This is the reason why we're here.
Right.
Why we reconnect with Aurelia from time to time. We're going to see Kabuli.
Yeah, we're going to Barcelona, Spain next month
the
to
end
actually
of
for a
April.
tribute to our teachers.
Yeah.
So we'll be going to
It's
Barcelona
important
for
to
that.
give your teachers credit, to reconnect with the source of your knowledge and exchange. Anyway, you get better that way. You need to learn how to be humble, right? So, so when I created this course,
when we're in front of
I'm
our
bound to
teachers,
that,
it's
yeah.
like
for every mistake we make, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
So I remember when I learned hypnosis, there were a lot of the stuff that I wish had been taught to me at the very beginning, from the very beginning. That would have saved me a lot of time, suffering, and headaches, right? So when I created the course, I decided to include everything that I felt I needed at that moment. So anybody learning introspective hypnosis is going to have more information than what we had at that moment.
Yes.
And I've been incorporating more stuff. When I learned from Dr. Jose Luis Kabuli, I incorporated like 3 techniques and make some changes to it. So you're getting more. I don't believe in level 1 and level 2. I remember when I learned hypnosis, within the first, 4 months,
yes,
I already felt like there's something missing here. I need more tools because I was facing situations that the material that I used when I learned didn't have. So I'm giving you everything. If you're going to have a complaint, it's going to be about too much information, right? Yeah, it's going to feel too much at that moment in your learning, but within 3, 4, 5 months, you're going to want more. And this is what has actually happened, because people that took introspective hypnosis are coming back and said, I want to learn now past life therapy, which is another technique that I'm teaching. They want more. So we're teaching you all of that. And now I'm not going to teach you how to navigate a past life and go to other planets. And this is my point of view, right? And go to other. We're going to teach you.
We're going to duke it out.
What is the painful stuff that we go through in life? We have traumatic events from childhood. We have sad memories. There are patterns that present in our lives, and we don't understand that. Why do we keep repeating the same lessons? We have people with symptoms, physical, emotional, mental symptoms that have no logical, scientific, or medical explanation. And those symptoms might come from where your soul is trapped. Could be trapped in an event in this life, in the womb, in a past life. So we're going to teach you how to help people heal, overcome those obstacles. I don't want to teach you how to be a tour guide. Taking people places and get information.
We're going to teach you to roll up your sleeves and work.
Help people go.
And really help them.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you something, because those of you who have taken introspective hypnosis in the past, this is not the same course. Because every time Antonio teaches a class, he keeps adding to it.
It's different.
He keeps making it bigger. He keeps adding more techniques. He's doing stuff now that he would never have taught people in the past. But me as an observer of this class, when I see, oh my God, he's already teaching them this, that's amazing. And even the students are managing their sessions totally different than the ones a few years ago that we're learning, because we were teaching them at one level, and now he's teaching them a lot more techniques that go a lot deeper into stuff. So this is what's great about learning this. It's like, it's not stagnant. It's not like this is the course and this is how it is year to year. He changes the course. He learns more, he teaches more.
This is the reason why I'm not able to share. I mean, I was not sharing as many sessions as you are sharing, but I'm sharing less sessions now, because the sessions now are very private and very, I don't want to say, I mean, the result is dramatic. The sessions are personal.
Yes.
There's a lot of healing taking place, and that's why I don't share those videos. So sometimes I'm now putting stuff before the video, saying I had to edit this video to protect my clients' privacy, and sometimes I blur the face. So we're going to teach you tools to help people heal, overcome these traumatic events, understand the lessons they need to learn, and help them get out of the victim mentality, which is not allowing them to move forward, regression to the womb is an excellent
Yeah.
technique.
If anybody has gone to either Antonio or me and gone to the womb, you know that
Yeah.
technique, whoa, it really is
A
powerful.
lot of people, that's all they need in the session.
Exactly.
Go back to the womb. It all started at that moment for them.
What mom was saying, what mom was feeling, what was going on between mom and dad.
They were already making decisions there in the womb.
Or
you know,
I don't
which
want
is
this
affecting
kid.
them.
So a lot of the stuff that people are dealing with now have to do with what happened. Oops, you know, we are pregnant and you're dealing with it now as an adult.
I don't
Do you
keep
have anything else?
Yeah, well, a couple things. One says there's a lot of damaged souls on this planet that need help.
Yes.
This planet is a school.
Yeah.
We can, and I'm not making it up. This is, if you want to read the Spirits book from Allan Kardec, if you don't know who he is,
Look it up.
watch Netflix. There's a movie, Kardec, with a K, Kardec. He wrote the Spirits book, and it is there. The question to spirits, right? Should we humans be are going to be happy in this planet? This planet is a school. We came here to learn. So who are the ones that are going to enjoy learning? The ones that like challenges, lessons. We came here to learn through these trials that we go through, you know. So.
We also have people from Hawaii, Honolulu.
Ooh, no.
We should go
there. Those of you listening,
Yes.
start staking out some places for retreats there. For
Then
us.
you have an offer of a house in Tasmania that Justin has offered for you to use.
Thank you, Justin.
Also, shout out from Quebec, Melbourne, Australia. Let's see.
Is that Belinda? No.
No, that's wise. Oh, it's a wise owl. I don't know who that is.
You know, it's so cool to have Lori here because when you guys are on a Zoom gathering with me, she's behind the scenes.
And I'm still behind the scenes.
And she's still behind the scenes, but at least you can hear her now. What do we have there now?
You have a Queensland girl. Okay. All right. You have people who have been watching you since 2017, 2012.
No.
Been with you, I mean. Since
No.
2012?
No, not 2012.
I didn't even know her in 2012.
We didn't.
Oh,
I didn't even know anything about hypnosis. No, I actually started in 2014. That's when I
She
started.
wasn't in 13?
2013 is when I learned, but it was,
Yeah,
2013.
2013, yeah.
Yeah, not 12.
We've been doing this for 10 years already.
Oh boy. Wow.
Yeah.
Anything else? Hi, I'm from.
No, Sylvia says, I love our radio.
Oh, yes,
You know.
Yes.
he's amazing. I've given him some really good hugs the last couple of days.
Just basically a lot of highs and...
And somebody says, hi, Lori, no?
Really? Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. Justin goes, who's the lovely reading out the messages?
Okay, come on over.
Okay.
This is Lori, my niece. My sister's
Hi,
Lori.
guys. Hi, guys.
There's Lori. She's my niece. This is her mom's house. I'm in Miami.
Yes.
And she's starving, and we just... I just happened to say, hey, we're going over, and so, of course, she has to help me.
I got hijacked. Another person, Cambridge, UK.
Ooh.
So shout out
What
to...
are you guys doing up so late?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were waiting for you.
I know.
Hello from Montana.
If they're in the UK, they should be coming to the class in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of shout outs saying hi and...
Thank you.
Good.
And a lot to Lori, too.
Another Australian from Australia.
Well, it's
Yep, I've been watching you lots. Thank you. Interested to study too. That's from Gemma.
okay.
Hello from Texas.
Good.
Awesome.
So those of you in the U.S., think about coming either to the transformational workshop, which is you're giving yourself a gift to go to this because it's 4 days of just being with other people just like you. And don't tell me you're not saying this, like, where can I talk to people just like me? You're actually in a group of people that you can talk to about anything. And then for those of you who want to learn introspective hypnosis, you're going to be working on yourself, just by learning these techniques. It's going to be triggering you. And of course,
and when you facilitate sessions, I healed a lot of stuff
from others.
because thanks to others, because I was facilitating the session and I saw what they were going through, and of course I was helping them. But realizing what they've been through and how they heal allowed me to heal.
Yes.
And I tell about that in my book. The stuff with my father. Now I was, anyways, it was a long journey, and you always heal helping others.
Yes.
What would you say? So why don't we share this
You have
with
anything else?
everybody?
Right.
Yeah, I just Mirna says, Alba, some clients are more aware during hypnosis sessions.
Ah, okay. You do not have to even have your eyes closed to be in hypnosis. You don't have to be deep to be in hypnosis. You could just have a conversation and actually be in a trance. Okay? And this is the way Aurelio Mejia works. He's a conversationalist. He just has a conversation with people, and this is how he does his hypnosis.
Yeah.
So this idea, it's a myth that you have to be deep. It's even a myth that you have your eyes closed. It's just easier to go into a trance when your eyes are closed because you can use your imagination more. But yes, some people are more open to letting go, should I say, right? They're open to letting go because, some people just get really uptight and they're always on guard. But if you're the type of person who trusts the hypnotist and you just say, whatever, I have no expectations, just let's see what happens, then you will allow yourself to go deep.
What are some of the myths about hypnosis? What would we tell them?
Okay.
You start with one.
Start with one. Am I asleep when I'm hypnotized?
And what do you think is the answer?
What do you think?
People think that while they're in a trance, they're going to be asleep.
No.
Not true.
No.
You're awake, you're present, you're alert. You actually, when somebody's in a trance, they can hear more, they can sense more, they can feel more.
Yes.
And all the senses are enhanced during that.
Hyper alert.
Yeah. So you're not going to fall asleep, right?
What if I get stuck in hypnosis?
That doesn't exist because number one, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis.
See if there's any.
And you go into a trance every day when you go from being asleep from being awakened to being asleep, and from your sleep to being awakened, you're going through those stages.
Yeah,
So,
driving to work, you're in hypnosis.
you miss a right turn, and who was driving?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like when you go to the movies. They're actors. There's a script, and you cry and you laugh. Why?
Yeah,
you were
get
hypnotized.
scared. Yeah. When you go to the movies is a great example. And a lot of people say, well, can I go to the bathroom? What if I need to go to the bathroom?
People go to the bathroom in a trance.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, and it's like pausing Netflix. Really, it's like you just get up, you walk to. And we had a Aurelio was talking about this the other day about someone being in a trance.
In a past life.
In a past life.
It's a woman that was a man in a past life.
Yes, and she had to go to the bathroom, but they didn't like
put her back to the gender now. To her
right. So when
gender.
she went to the bathroom,
she was missing something.
She was missing a part of her body to pee, and she freaked out because she was still in a trance as a man, and so she was like, "What happened to it?"
Yeah. So I had people going to the bathroom in the middle of the session. They want me to stop the session. I count them out, go to the bathroom, count them back in, continue the session, and when we finish, they don't even remember.
Yes.
Going to the session.
Yeah, and I usually tell my clients, go to the bathroom, do your business, don't look in the mirror, just come back, because sometimes if you look in the bathroom, it's like, like you get startled because maybe you were a caveman or something, and you look in the mirror, it's like, what is that?
Another myth is that some people think that once they're in a trance, they will be able to see with their eyes closed, like watching a movie with their eyes closed. Is that true?
No, your eyes are closed. So you're using a different part of your mind. It's like imagination.
We're going to remember. We're not going to see with our eyes closed.
Right.
There are people that are visual. There are other ones that are kinesthetic. They feel. There are others that hear when they're in hypnosis. Yeah. And sometimes when I'm facilitating the session, when I ask them a question or I tell them where you are, they don't see anything. They don't feel, but the answer comes to their mind.
Yes.
So during what I tell my clients, and when I tell this during the class, is that during the session, your subconscious mind is going to use different channels of communication to communicate with me. It could be images, it could be feelings, it could be thoughts, sensations, whatever it is. I'm going to keep using that channel of communication. So it's not about seeing, it's not about being visual. And
It's more about knowing.
in some techniques, that's the problem with some techniques, because for some techniques they teach you visual inductions, and if your client is not visual, you're dead in the water.
We have something here.
Yeah, Robert is asking, what is the ratio of men to women clients?
Oof. In my case, like 99% women.
Yeah.
Women?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mostly
For
women.
as clients and as practitioners.
Yes.
But yours is becoming more men-based.
Yeah, I have been, but as a viewer of my channels, there's very few men because the men don't want to show themselves. You know, maybe they have a job that it'll be detrimental for their coworkers or their bosses to see that they're doing this kind of work. I've even had a minister come. You don't, you know, you're not going to see the whole variety of people because we do. It's very personal, and sometimes, especially men, don't want to show that vulnerable side of them. You know,
we are taught not to be soft.
So in a session, the men will cry, they'll scream, they'll be babies, and it's necessary for the healing, but they don't want anybody to see that.
Right.
So that's not going to come out in the video.
Right.
So yeah, we do have a lot more women than men, but in my case, it depends on who gets the session.
Yeah.
Brittany P said that during her own hypnosis session, she didn't see anything. It was more of a strong knowing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're saying, right? And if the practitioner is not aware of what the client is experiencing, the practitioner is going to keep asking visual questions. What are you seeing? Turn around. What is behind you? Look down to your feet. Your client is telling you, I don't see. Why do you keep asking the same questions about seeing, right?
Mm-hmm. Any others? Ask your questions so Laura could tell us.
How exciting! Enjoy your session. This is somebody responding to. I guess Sheila is watching from Sim Valley, California. She's having her first experience this Saturday. I hope it works. I'm very nervous. Thank you for opening my eyes. I'm hoping to come to Florida and you train her.
I don't train people. The only time we do the classes is when Antonio teaches his introspective hypnosis class. Once a year, I go with him to do a live class. Other times he's doing online sessions. Now she brought something up. What's her name?
Sylvia? No, Sheila.
Sheila, don't have any expectations. Don't have any expectations. That's really important.
And let's talk about the mistakes that people make when they come to the sessions, but let's finish with the myths, right?
Yes.
So the next one.
Am I hypnotizable?
Yes. And the answer is everybody is. The problem is, number one, trying to release control, because another myth is that they might be thinking that they can be abused during the session. They can lose control during the session.
Or say a secret.
Right, and that's not true. I can being a male practitioner, you know, at the beginning, what I was facing is my female clients, coming to my home office, I could see they were feeling uncomfortable. What would they be thinking?
Yes.
Without having, when I didn't have any videos yet of me facilitating sessions, what would they be thinking? Once this guy puts me in a trance, God knows, you know, what he can do to me. And the truth is that you're always in control. If I put you in a trance and I ask you to take off your clothes, you're going to open your eyes and say, are you crazy or what?
Right.
You know?
Here's another one. Is everything that happens in hypnosis the truth? Is it like a truth serum?
We don't know and we don't care.
You could lie in hypnosis.
You can lie in hypnosis.
You can lie in hypnosis.
You're in control.
You're in control. So don't believe everything that somebody says in hypnosis, because you can lie, you can fabricate stories, and it's not because you're in a trance that you're out of control and you can't control what you're saying.
For therapeutic purposes, right? If your lie make you sick, then another lie can heal you, right? Something that you imagine made you sick, something that you imagine can also heal you. So for therapeutic purposes, we don't care if it's true or not, if that past life is real or not. I had clients go into past life as cartoons. Does that make sense? Maybe not. Do I care? No, I don't. No. Because those cartoons, the story behind those cartoons is telling me something about my client, and I can still use my tools to help them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
What is the average time to hypnotize someone?
Oh,
It all depends on the person, right? It all depends on what you consider to be hypnosis.
Exactly.
So let's pause on this for a moment so I will explain. I will need to start talking about the timelessness of the soul. Our soul doesn't have a soul. We're spirit. Spirit is energy with consciousness, right? Spirit is out of the body, and soul is an incarnated spirit. It's the spirit inside the body. So the spirit, the soul, doesn't understand time. For the soul, everything is happening now. We could have, I always use this example, you could have lived a life in Egypt 3,000 years ago, but for your soul, that just took place. It just happened. You know, whatever you did, whatever you said, you just did, and you just said it. But if you had a traumatic event, let's say that you in Egypt, you had a traumatic death, something that you were not able to process completely, part of your energy gets trapped in that experience, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, it's not that for your soul, that just took place.
Yes.
When you're trapped for your soul, that's still happening. And even though you are in a different body, different context, you could have been a woman, now you're a man,
Yes.
you feel everything the same because those symptoms are coming from the place or the time now where your soul is trapped.
Yes.
And it's going to cause symptoms. Now, let's talk about the symptoms. If we're talking about symptoms and we say that for the soul, time does not exist, then really we shouldn't be using the expression past lives.
Yeah, because
Right?
there is no such thing as a past life.
Correct.
It's all for the soul is now.
Correct. The soul doesn't understand past lives. It's only one life with experiences in different bodies. So the person in a trance, when we have access to the soul sees what we call past lives as memories in other bodies, right? So let's say that you have the symptom now, and the symptom originated in the life of Egypt. I don't need to do a regression. Yes, the challenge is as practitioners, we know the concept, but I cannot talk to my clients in quantum time. I still need to use expressions like go back, let's go to this past life, or move forward. I speak in linear time. When we speak in linear time, but we know the techniques are timeless. It's in quantum time where the past, present, and future get diluted in the now.
Yeah.
So if you have a symptom, then the past is not the past. The past is with you in the form of symptoms. It's the only conscious part.
And you're bringing it with you to the session.
Right. And the symptoms are like the tip of the iceberg, right? It's the only visible part, but the experience that is causing the symptom is underneath the surface. So what we're really doing in a session is helping our client make conscious what is unconscious.
Right.
What's unconscious is the experience that originated the symptom. But in a session, we're going to follow the symptom, which could be physical, emotional, mental, to follow the symptom to the event that originated that symptom and work with that event. So, going back to the question, how long does you need to be in a trance? If we speak about introspective hypnosis, since it is a hypnosis session, people expect an induction.
Yes.
Do you need an induction to go into a trance?
No.
You don't. In past life therapy, there is no induction. We work with the symptom and find the root cause. Yeah. So in introspective hypnosis, as we use the induction, which can take, 10 minutes.
It could be 10 to 15 minutes.
10 minutes the induction.
So if you're going to an introspective hypnosis practitioner, between 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to go through a type of relaxation mind thing.
Yeah, we use different inductions, but the induction doesn't mean trance. Not because I say an induction to you, you're going to be in a trance.
No.
The induction takes you to the doors of trance and opens the doors. But as you start visiting your events or set memories, you start going into a trance yourself.
Okay, a couple.
I can talk for hours.
I kind of lost a couple of one of these.
Yeah.
Okay, so Melissa said, well said, past lives and memories in other bodies. Have you had people speak other languages that are not known in this life? And then can we use an interpreter during a session?
You don't need to, because your client is in two places. Your client is here and is there. And this is what causes problem for some people, because since everything is happening now, my client is in two places in a session, here with me or in my recliner, and let's say in the life of Egypt. But what can happen that the conscious mind starts to interfere, and my client's gonna start thinking, that doesn't make sense. I'm dressed like an Egyptian. I see pyramids. I'm just making it up. the current conscious mind is going to start blocking
Yeah.
or trying to make sense of what you're experiencing in that other life.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
that's the blockage that they can feel.
Yeah.
But we teach you how to help your clients overcome that to connect with those. So again,
And about the interpreter, I don't know if they're talking about interpreter
No.
about other languages or if the person
No,
speaks
the-
a different language
the
now.
the person is here and there. So all I say to my clients is, okay, now can you please translate what you just said? Because
Yes.
my client is here when my
Mhm.
client speaks English or
Yeah.
Spanish, let's say,
Mhm.
and they went to a path where they speak French and they start speaking to me in French, and just say, okay, so can you now explain to me, translate that to me, and tell me what you just said?
Right,
And they're going to
right.
translate it.
Now, about interpreters, there are hypnotists that go to other countries and use someone to interpret what they're doing. I don't do that. Antonio has actually taught a class in
I-
France.
I had to. I mean, it works. You know, it's not the best scenario. It works. I taught a class in France. I taught an in-person class, and then I did also an online class, which we had to do it that way, and it worked. People got the experience, you know.
Yeah.
But is it the best scenario?
No.
Maybe not.
No.
Another one that is not a good scenario is when you're trying to have a session in a language that is not your native language.
Right.
Let's say for me, trying to do a session in English, you hear me speaking in English, but there are going to be some words that I might not know how to translate to
Yeah.
from Spanish to English, which Spanish is my native language. So I'm going to start using my conscious mind, looking for the translation of that specific word
Yeah.
that I need, and getting myself out of the state
Yeah.
where I need to be.
Yeah, if you want a session, you need to go to someone who speaks your language. And to tell you the truth, I've had sessions in English where people are from different countries who speak English, but their accent is so strong. In fact, one of them was
Challenge.
Irish, and he spoke such a heavy accent that every other word I had to ask him to repeat it because I didn't know where he was going with this. So I have to know what you're saying, and you have to know what I'm saying. I get that question asked a lot. Would their subconscious mind be able to speak English perfectly? No.
Some people will say, I thought that by the time I was in a trance, I was going to be able to speak with no issues. No, that's not the case.
No. If you don't speak English, you're not going to speak English when you're speaking with me, okay?
So there's a couple questions about what about a diet before a session, or do they fast before a session?
That's a personal issue,
Yeah.
like that's a personal thing. You don't have to do anything. I don't like people, like being hungry during a session. If some of you have heard some of my sessions, you'll hear their stomach growling. I mean, in the recording, during the recording, it's either mine or theirs.
Yeah,
because our mics are so strong. But I just normal. It's like going to any other appointment.
People ask me, how do I prepare? You don't need to prepare. Just bring your symptoms and be able to be willing to open out.
But don't take anything to relax you. No drugs, no marijuana, no alcohol. And I did have this told to me the other day that there was someone who came to me and said that they couldn't be hypnotized, and their hypnotist felt that they were being resistant and told them to start drinking some wine. And it's like, no. You want to be in your perfect state
and
of
the
mind.
misconception here in the type of techniques that we use is that people think they need to relax in order to go into a trance. No. We use the symptom. We follow the emotion, because you're not sad because of what happened. You're sad because of the way you felt when that took place, right? So we follow the symptom, but if we relax you before the session, we're just taking the symptom away. So what are we going to use? I don't want you to be relaxed during my session.
No.
Not even during the interview. So anyway.
Lori?
There's two more. This is from Linda. It would be interesting to know if both had a past life together. You make a great team.
Great team. Who knows? We might have been
You never
together
know.
before.
He's like my brother.
She might have been my little sister.
Yeah, I'm sure we have. And we came here again. So this has been going on for years, and we feel like family. So.
Yeah.
There's one from Shasha said, have there been clients that have became over-identified or obsessed with another life they visited? Curious, as some people seem so happy in different time, place, or space.
Well, I never check up on my clients after they leave. I don't have, I don't ask them, so I don't really know what happens, but I know that there are, some people that do, start to get obsessed with whatever
Yeah,
past life they were in.
I didn't understand the question. Or I maybe didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Have there been clients that have become over-identified or obsessed with another life they visited? Curious, as some people seem so happy in a different time, place, or space.
I have not encountered that, but what is gone? I mean, what is done is done. Don't look in the
Right.
past. I mean, the way I see it, right? And I now is going to speak in life between life terms, another technique that I practice. In life between life, it's about the space in between lives, right? So in that process, the idea is to allow the client to go to the spirit world. There will be times in which the clients are at the doors of the spirit world, and the guide, their spirit guide, blocks them. No, I'm not going to allow you in and see what you can see from here, because it would ruin the lesson that you're going through. So they might choose to not allow you to show you information that can damage your learning, right?
Yeah.
So this, I think the same way about past lives. If you visit a past life, it's because you're being given permission to visit that past life, to understand how that is affecting you now, so that
Yeah.
you can make a change, so that you can heal. So by people saying, I want a past life regression, let's use that
For,
term
for
again.
entertainment or whatever.
It's not a good idea.
No.
It's always about therapy. If somebody
Yeah.
visits a past life, it's always about a therapy, to understand
Yeah.
how that is affecting them now.
Right.
You know, so what can happen though, Lori, is not that they get obsessed with past lives, but some people get obsessed with a topic, specific topic. Let's say Atlantis, right? So and people go, once they're in a trance, let's say they go to a past life where they're in an island. So they're going to experience something that Michael Newton used to call conscious interference. So they're so obsessed with Atlantis that as soon as they see themselves in an island, they're going to say, "Oh, I'm in Atlantis." You know, so conscious interference can be a problem with the session. Some people come with their own script
Yes.
to the session. They is what they feel they want to
Or
get.
someone has told them. A lot of people come
Oof,
because they've
that's a
gone
problem.
to someone and they've gotten a reading, or they've had their tarot cards
I've been
read.
told this.
I've been
told
told
that.
that I was in this life. I've been told that this, and then they already come with the script and they already want to
And-
know more about that.
And the sad part is that they're getting good information in that session about their issues now, but they disregard everything because it's not what they
Not the way they
wanted to
wanted.
get during
Yeah.
the session.
And I'll tell you that I've had more than one session where the people come with their expectation of exactly what they want to experience. It's almost like saying, I'm going to go to Disney World and I'm going to ride this ride. And
Yeah.
then if you experience something else, all of a sudden the person will be in the bed like this, you know, body language, they shut themselves out, they don't work with me,
They start
and then
resisting the practitioner.
resisting, and then they leave and say, I feel terrible, I just want to throw up,
Yeah.
that was a terrible session, that's not what I expected, and they feel bad. Well, you come with an expectation, and that's, you know, I'm here to work with your soul. If you're not willing to work with your soul, why are you here?
Yeah.
And
What?
your guides would not have sent you
What?
to me if you're not ready for this.
Why do you want to visit a past life when you cannot even handle this one? You know,
True.
Antonio, how do you know that? Because we do an interview and we can tell the patterns, and we can tell all the stuff that clients should work based on our experience with other clients. But no, they want to visit past life. I want to see if I'm from the Pleiades, you know. How is that going to help you with the traumas that you have from childhood? Please explain that to me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What else? Some people might sometimes they want a la carte sessions, you know. I was contacted once, but this is what happens, right, Alba? Alba's busy, it's difficult to book a session with Alba, so I said Antonio is available. I saw Antonio's video with Alba.
That was easy.
And Antonio has more availability, so I just want to let you know if that's going to happen, we don't facilitate sessions in the same way. So you don't expect to have the Alba experience with Antonio, because it's different. It's different. But I had somebody contacting me, Antonio, how much would you charge me for a session? Like, I'm going to make up a number. Alba session number 367. That doesn't exist. You know, I cannot facilitate sessions that
I
way.
can't even do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so don't have any expectations about what you come. If your guides guide you to either me or Antonio or any other, don't have any expectations. Allow
Be
your soul
open.
to take you where
Be
you need to
open.
go.
If you are a practitioner, do not allow your clients to start a session having the wrong expectations about what you do or what they can get during the session. An
Yeah.
example, people contacting me saying, I want to have a session with you because I want you to open my third eye. How? I don't do that, you know.
No.
I want to go to a past life and remember all the languages that I spoke and bring them to this life. It's not gonna work that way. That's not what I do.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah. Laura, we have a lot of conversations going on.
Yeah, so we have Margarita Sorerita. She took your class via Zoom in 2020. It was amazing. I was a total
Thank
newbie, and it was super enriching. You two are awesome teachers and lovely people.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you, Margarita.
Angela Campbell, what's your favorite parts of the work you both do?
What's the first?
traumatic events, traumas, helping people overcome traumas. You know, and so when people ask this question, can anybody learn hypnosis? Can anybody practice hypnosis? I said, anybody can learn hypnosis. You can learn how to hypnotize people. Of course, you can learn the techniques of how to help people,
Yeah.
or accompany them through the session, visiting their events. But what's going to happen sooner or later, either you want it or not, you're going to have a client go back to a traumatic event. What could a traumatic event be? Molestation, rape, death, terrible death in a past life where they were, I don't know, burnt alive or hanged.
Buried or
And
drowned.
so I like helping people overcome those traumatic events, which is causing a lot of symptoms for them now,
Yeah.
especially for women, because this is what I share in the workshop, the wounded feminine energy, right?
Yeah.
And maybe that's the reason why I get a lot of women. But anyway, I enjoy helping people overcome those traumatic events. Can anybody do that? Not everybody feels comfortable.
Right.
Some people cry. Some people get triggered. If you're a practitioner and your client goes back to, let's say, when they were 5 years old and they're being molested, and you get angry and you get upset or you want to cry, you're being triggered for a reason, and they should contact a colleague and explore that symptom. But not everybody's willing to do that. So when you have a client going to those events, some people might choose to skip it, bypass it, or not to take the client through the experience because it's difficult for the practitioner, not for the client. But the client came for that reason.
Yeah.
So
So when you're going through traumatic events, this is the type of stuff that's not on YouTube. And there are people who come to me who have really major physical issues, or they don't remember their childhood. They say, I don't remember anything before I was 6.
oh, that's a huge red flag.
And that right now is a red flag. Or I have some dreams, or I think I was molested, but I don't have any proof of it. And so when we take them, well, we don't take, the soul takes them to that event, and they're able to resolve that. It's like having a weight, such a huge weight lifted off of you, because there's forgiveness there's understanding there's forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for others, and it's a weight that's lifted off of you, and that weight has been affecting every organ in your body, because our organs are affected by this. Our limbs are affected. It really does manifest in the body when you have this. So that is really the most fulfilling thing.
Yeah.
Is to be able to, when I look at somebody's face and they go like, wow, I feel so light.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Can we share this? No. I don't ask them that. I said, we're going to keep this private, right? And they go, yes. So that's really fulfilling.
Crypto Love says, Antonio, do you give a class in New Zealand with Kiwi ladies every year?
No, so we went to New Zealand. Alba and I went to New Zealand. What was that?
2019.
Right? And
Yeah.
then we got the pandemic.
You tried again.
I tried to. Well, Alba was not ready to go. You were not ready to go at that moment. So I was going to try it myself. I listed a class in Australia. I listed a class in the Netherlands. Maybe just one person in each country interested.
Yeah.
So I had to. I mean, I canceled with time in advance because I had already made a commitment with the venues. So I
Yes.
said I have to cancel.
So you have to understand, for us to go anywhere, we have to have a commitment from people because the airfare is really expensive. Our stay there is really expensive.
Right.
The venue is really expensive. So we have to have the cost to pay for all this and then to pay for ourselves too. So and we have to know that there's enough people interested for us to go over there. You know, Antonio wanted to teach a class there, and nobody signed up. So if people are interested, we'll know. But for now, our headquarters, Europe is in the Netherlands. In U.S., it's in Maryland. So other places,
that's the way we're doing it.
that's the way we're doing
And
it.
it's gonna be better and cheaper for everybody when it comes to accommodations and
Yes.
meals.
Valerie Nelson says, I notice you're removing energies from your clients almost every session. Do we all have them? Can we remove them ourselves?
Energies are entities.
Yeah, is that question for Alba?
Is that for me or for Antonio?
Doesn't say.
We've been doing this since day one, okay, pretty much. We've always been able to find, not always.
This is
Rampant, really.
this is the reason why we started
Yes,
contacting Aurelio.
yes. When we first started,
Yeah.
both Antonio and I started with quantum healing hypnosis technique, QHHT.
QHT doesn't believe in attachments.
Yeah, they don't believe in
We're not
attachments.
allowed to speak about attachments.
But we started watching Aurelio Mejia, then we started studying with Aurelio Mejia. Aurelio Mejia really focuses on forgiveness and looking for these lost souls that are affecting you. And so, yes, in sessions we do find that when your vibration is low, lost souls will attach to you with many different circumstances. So yes, we do find a lot of that,
do
and
find,
that could be a major issue that you're dealing with in your body.
But yeah, some people feel symptoms, but they don't understand. Here's the thing, right? A lost soul is energy with consciousness, right? And since they didn't go to the light, they keep their ego, their personality, their fears, their beliefs. They keep everything. It's them without a body. But when they attach to your energetic field, to your vibrational field, which is also frequency, they start interfering. So they start transmitting to you their feelings, their emotions, their pain. You know, you start. It's difficult for people to say, I think I have an attachment, you know, because I'm feeling this. No, they feel the symptoms as their symptoms.
Yes.
But they might think, but this doesn't make sense. Why am I depressed if there's nothing has happened to me? Or why am I feeling this way? Or sometimes I feel like not myself, but they don't understand this. More than understanding how to remove it, because we don't remove anything, we help them go to the light. Our lost souls become another client, and the answer in what we do with them is always love. We need to help them with love.
Yeah.
But if you think that you may have one, instead of saying how do I get rid of it, understand what the vulnerability is, because we are not at the mercy of lost souls. Lost souls attach to you if you share the same, and this is also explained in the Spirit's book. Just look for possession. Even though it says that possession doesn't exist, it's an attachment. And the spirit can attach to you if you share the same defects. You know, if you have the same issues, you vibrate. Yeah, you vibrate at the same frequency. What if you're doing drugs? What if you're doing alcohol? What if you're promiscuous? And some spirits attach to you because they will still want to experience sex through you. Not making love. We're talking about sex, right? So, and this is what we do in the sessions. Not only, I explain this in my book, Guiding Lost Souls, which is on Amazon.
Yeah.
And
you'll see this a lot with teenagers too.
Yeah.
You know, like all of a sudden your teenager starts to drink a lot, has a lot of, drugs all of a sudden, starts acting up, and you go like, that's not even my son or daughter anymore. I don't even recognize them.
So part of the work is helping them go to the light. We have no power over them.
No.
We need to convince them with love, compassion, and all that.
Right.
That's part of the work, but the other part is helping the client understand what the vulnerability was. Why is it, or at that moment, or what was going in my client's life when you attached to them. And now my client has homework. We need to, if you're doing drugs, stop using that. If you alcohol and all that stuff. But that doesn't mean that every time you go into the habits, you can get attachments.
No.
There's a lot more. when it comes to
There's so
attachments.
much more, and you'll learn about that in class.
Yeah.
What else do we have, Laura?
Blue Light says, what happens after death if there's no past or future?
The- okay.
Because we said that there's no such thing as past or future.
In the space in between life, there's no time. Everything
Right.
is happening now.
Yeah.
You know, if you watch, I don't know if you do it that way, Alba, but if you watch any of my sessions where my clients go back to the memory where where the mother or the father died, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, I'm establishing that communication with that soul. I help my clients go through that event, help them have them help the loved one that is dying to die, the body to die.
Yes.
And once they're in the spirit, we start communicating with them. Even though we consider that to be in the past, my client is in the now.
Yeah.
It is happening for them now, and the communication with the lost soul,
Yeah.
and not the lost soul, with the deceased loved one, is now. There's no time. Everything is happening at this moment.
Yeah. That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
We talked a lot.
We talk a lot.
Yeah, so
And we talk a lot more during class, believe it or
In
not.
class, we just like,
You know.
this.
I would go over your websites,
Okay.
check you out. Like one has, how much does a hypnotherapist session cost?
Okay. So
Two different
two
styles.
different styles. Okay, so I'll tell mine styles since this is my YouTube channel. In my session, in order to get a session with me, you need to sign up for the newsletter. I have a mailing list, and you need to be on that mailing list. Once a month, I send out a newsletter with a link to one or two calendars, depending if I'm having online sessions and in-person sessions. You click on the calendar. If there are any sessions there, you book it like right away, because everything gets booked for the month within less than 5 minutes. And then my sessions cost $500, whether it's online or you're paying for my time. So whether it's online or in person, it's $500. So that's how you get a session with
But
me.
your sessions are how long?
My sessions, if it's online, it's usually about 3.5 hours is what I put. For in person, I put up to 4 hours, just because, if I have you in front of me, it's like we start talking a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like a visit with me.
Yeah.
So I and then I show people my yard and stuff like that. So it becomes more of a social thing when people come to me. $500 for my sessions, and my website is albaweinman.com.
My sessions, even though I say it's from 2 to 3 hours, it is an average of 2 or 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different. Again, different styles, and my sessions are $300. And I open up my calendar like maybe a month ahead.
Same as mine.
That's about it. I don't go crazy
Yes.
opening my calendar, because I also enjoy,
Having
doing
life.
the classes and workshops,
Yes.
coming to visit Alba, going some other places. So, but yeah, again, it's two different styles, two different prices.
Yeah. Different. Anything else?
Teresa, just finding this chat now. I hope you can replay this to be viewed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
being
it'll be on
recorded.
YouTube. Yeah, it's being recorded, so hopefully it'll be online. And
Yeah, just thank you.
We should do some Q&A sessions, from time to time. People ask
Yeah.
lots of questions.
Well, we
They
don't-
see stuff on the sessions that they don't understand.
The cool thing is when Antonio and I get together physically, okay? Like he came to Micanopy. Right now we're in class together. I mean, it is a class. We're in class.
Well,
and,
yeah, we're present. Class, Aurelio's teaching. We're there.
We're there. It's actually five. It's really a hypnotherapist meeting, because it's 5 hypnotherapists in class
Yeah.
together, and we're just there along with the students. So it's nice to just
Yeah.
get the colleagues together. So we're having a really good time. So we do want to do more of these Q&A, but feel free to contact Antonio, because that's the class for
That's the
any
class.
information for the class. You could definitely contact Antonio if you have any questions. You go through my website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about the in-person or live classes. Online classes, just myself. I have one scheduled in June,
Yes.
Introspective Hypnosis course. And I'm now teaching, I've been teaching now, this is going to be my 3rd group. I'm teaching past life therapy, 2 modules. The first one is not 2 levels, 2 modules. The first one is going to be in July, and the other one I think it's going to be October, if I'm not mistaken. I'm teaching that technique. Super powerful. It's different.
And where are they?
Both online.
Oh, it's online.
Both online. Yes.
Yes.
Both online.
And don't get the name mixed up with what it is that.
Yeah,
that
past life therapy is not a past life
It's not
regression.
about past
It's not
lives.
about past lives only. It's about soul entrapment. The concept that I explained a few minutes ago, that the soul is doesn't understand time. That sometimes we get trapped. Or we
Yes.
can get trapped in this life, in events in this life, in the womb, past life, even after we die in a past life.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more in techniques. Amazing.
Yeah, and you don't. This is for someone who already is practicing hypnosis. So if someone
I
is
would recommend
already
that.
practicing hypnosis, this is an excellent tool for you to really help your
Yeah.
clients get deep into therapy with them.
Work on
It's like
traumatic events.
surgery.
Yeah.
It's like surgery. You go in,
Yeah.
you get out. It's not what are you wearing, where are you.
Yeah.
You find out what the soul needs. You get in, get out.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are interested in really upping your game in hypnosis, past life therapy would be the next.
People that took, for example, introspective hypnosis,
A while ago.
took past life therapy, and those techniques integrate very well with each other because you can start mixing them. It's basically
Yes.
you're getting more tools. And people that took past life therapy decided to take introspective hypnosis afterwards. And I will say it's not because I teach those techniques, you know. No,
It is. He's an excellent teacher.
No, but I will say that knowing all of those tools from those techniques is all you need.
Yeah.
You have a lot of the tools to face almost
Yes.
any kind of situation that you can face
Yes.
in a session with a client. You
Yeah.
have all the tools. You know, it gives you that confidence.
It is good. It
You
is.
feel. I mean, it's not an ego thing, but you feel unstoppable. Like it's a bad thing when you're facing a situation in a session and you don't know what to do. What do I do next? How do I deal with this?
Yeah.
You're not going to feel that way.
Right. You got somebody else?
No, I just lost myself.
what?
I just lost the screen was going
Oh, okay.
to.
There's something. Thank you. We can't read. It's too far away.
But
My
spaces, thank
contacts
you.
are blurry. Hey, what's that?
Oh, have either of you ever asked an entity that has tagged themselves to a client if they... Oh my God, I couldn't read it.
I can't read.
No.
Are you going back to the chat?
If I can get to it here, I don't know how to do it.
You just gotta go to YouTube again.
I am in YouTube. I just don't know how to do it.
Hold on, guys. We're trying
Tech
to figure
stuff.
Trying.
trying to figure this out. Live chat.
Let me just 1 second.
Here we go. We got it.
Okay.
I fixed my shirt.
This is from Tracy Hutchinson. Has either one of you ever asked an entity that has stuck themselves to a client if the client were the only being they have ever attract to, or were there others before the client?
No, I mean, I would never ask, but do we care really?
Yeah,
the idea is that we need to help them become aware of their situation and go to that. Some of them don't even realize that their body died.
Yeah, some of them are they went directly from the hospital operating room to I'm alive and this is where I am.
Yeah, and do you understand how do your body die? So what do you mean?
Yeah,
I'm not dead. No, you're right. I mean, your spirit, you're not dead, but your body. What happened to your body?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? So you said, okay, I want
Yeah.
you to go back to the last moment you remember you were in your body.
Yeah.
You know? So sometimes we're the ones to have to give them the news.
We give them the
Do
bad
you
news
realize that
they're
you
dead.
said you're a man and you're communicating through a female body and they go
Wow.
silent. We're like, oh, you know, we're the ones that need to tell them.
Anybody else?
Nope.
Wow.
That was a
Okay.
great question. That's
Great. So we've been on for a while, and I hope we answered some of those questions. If you're even thinking about it, guys, just come. It's a great week to be with us. You know, it's a great way to spend a vacation week if you're not even thinking about what you want to do for
Yep.
a vacation. Come spend it with us. Come meet a lot of new people, and I look forward to meeting you guys. And Lori, say goodbye to everybody, because of course you've been hearing her the whole time.
Bye.
I'm gonna say bye now. Thank you guys. Take care.
Much love
We
to
hope to
you.
see you soon.
Much love, and we turn off. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
This is